What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. This one's from Severin Films. It's one of my favorite movies in their catalog. It is Cathy's Curse. This one is about a guy who takes his family back to his childhood home. His wife has a severe mental illness, and he thinks that by kind of giving them a fresh start, they'll have a chance to, kind of put the past behind them and just, brighter times are ahead for this family, is what this dad thinks. Unfortunately, he's the most oblivious human being on the face of the earth, and as his family descends into hell itself, he just kind of brushes the whole thing off and says, things will be okay. Shortly after they move in, Cathy becomes like super attached to a doll that she finds in the attic, and she starts to have just kind of a bond with the house. And the mom is obviously concerned because Cathy starts to behave kind of erratically. The dad, whatever, he doesn't care. He thinks it's just because his wife is crazy and she needs to, get over it and stop being crazy. As time passes, Cathy gets more and more aggressive. Strange things starts happening. She starts to harass the other kids. She starts to harass the neighbors. She gets an old man drunk, and then together they yell obscenities at a fat lady. There's a lady who does like a spirit reading of the house, and these horrific visions come up. There's just all kinds of crazy stuff that happens. And the movie just kind of follows what happens as this family just completely falls into an abyss while the dad looks on with complete obliviousness as to losing his family. As it turns out, the spirit of the dead aunt is what's possessing Cathy, and the rest of the movie is just kind of what happens as this, chaos unfolds. I think this is a great movie. It's super fun. It has very little downtime. It doesn't have a lot of blood. It does have a very memorable scene that has a lot of blood in it. But aside from that, it's not a really super gory movie. It doesn't have any nudity or really any sleaze, but it does have some fantastic dialogue that is just start to finish gold. Cathy is fantastic. She has the most hilarious, outlandish facial expressions. Anytime she's interacting with people, the movie is fantastic. She's one of the most entertaining child actors I think I've ever seen, especially in a horror movie. I love the old man that has this strange bond with Cathy as they tell this lady she's an old bitch and a fat whore and all this other stuff, and he's just completely off the rails. I love the dad, who's completely one of the most dumb people I've ever seen in a movie. Then you have the mentally unstable mom who's just being gaslighted and she's just falling to pieces. And then you have these weird logic gaps and just craziness within the story. This is just a super fun, wacky, Exorcist ripoff movie from Canada that you gotta see it. If you're a fan of cold horror or bizarre movies, Cathy's Curse is one that you have to see. The Blu-ray from Severin Films has a new transfer that looks amazing. If you've ever watched this movie on DVD, you probably had one that came in one of those big multi-pack sets. It always looked terrible. You couldn't hardly see anything. This is literally, with no exaggeration, a revelation. It's like an entirely new movie. It's amazing. It's spectacular. The transfer on this is fantastic. It's got the director's cut and the alternate US cut. It's got interviews, audio commentary, but it's from podcasters, bloggers, site people, which is kind of unfortunate. Then it's also got a theatrical trailer. I'm not a big fan of any time that the extras heavily include podcasters or people who run websites, but it is what it is. The main draw is the movie itself, and it looks fantastic, so it's it's easy to overlook kind of if you're not into the third party type of extras. I can't recommend this movie enough, and the Blu-ray disc from Severin Films is the definitive version of the movie. Anybody who has even a casual interest in horror should definitely check this one out. If there ever is a Mark Fusion Hall of Fame of movies, this one would definitely be in there. If you like this video, please do check out my website, markfusion.com. There's tons, hundreds and hundreds of more crazy movie reviews there. New ones every day, 7 days a week. I'm also on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at Mark Fusion. If you like these videos, please do drop a sub. I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you soon.